Sandpapergate, the 2018 ball-tampering episode involving the Australian cricket team, has become one of the biggest scandals in modern cricket history. Not only did it elicit strong reactions from the cricket fraternity, it also created headlines outside the cricketing world. The Australian Prime Minister weighed in on the issue, calling it a shocking disappointment. At the centre of the scandal was the novice Test opener Cameron Bancroft. He was captured on television cameras appearing to rub the cricket ball with a small yellow object. The aim was to rough up one side of the ball to make it swing in the air. Realising that he had been spotted, Bancroft hid the object inside the front of his trousers. But there was no hiding place for Cameron Bancroft. How did the host broadcasters know when and where to look? To answer that, we need to turn the clock back to the first Test at Durban. Mitchell Starc had wreaked havoc with the old ball, the reverse swing helping him claim 9 wickets and the Man of the Match award. However, doubts persisted over whether Australia had created the advantage with the ball using lawful means. After the match, South African batsman A.B. de Villiers spoke to former captain Graham Smith, now a TV commentator, about his suspicions, and Smith relayed them to the host broadcaster. Suspicion naturally fell on David Warner, who was in charge of ball-shining duties. During the second Test at Port Elizabeth, the TV cameras started closing in on the unusually large amount of strapping on Warner's left hand. Perhaps that was the reason why he was relieved of ball-shining duties in the Test at Cape Town. On the third afternoon of the Cape Town Test, the cameras finally found what they were looking for. They captured Bancroft working vigorously on the ball and hiding an object down the front of his trousers. When the umpires questioned him, he produced a black cloth from his pocket with the explanation that he had simply been wiping the ball. Initially, the plan seemed to work. The umpires did not change the ball or award penalty runs to South Africa. However, everything unravelled once the scrutiny intensified. At the press conference, Bancroft and the Australian captain Steve Smith both admitted to a plan by the leadership group, consisting of Smith and David Warner, to alter the condition of the ball. Bancroft claimed that he used yellow adhesive tape to capture granules from the rough wicket and use it on the ball. The admission sparked widespread outrage. Social media went into overdrive, with people reacting with both shock and shame. The Australian Prime Minister, Malcolm Turnbull, stated that it was beyond belief that the Australian team could be involved in cheating and said that he expected Cricket Australia to take decisive action. Cricket Australia CEO James Sutherland confirmed the day after the incident that both Steve Smith and David Warner would stand down from their roles of captain and vice-captain respectively for the remainder of the match. The Cricket Australia investigation found that David Warner was responsible for devising the plan to tamper the ball and instructed Bancroft to execute it. Though Steve Smith was aware of the plan, he did nothing to stop it. The investigation also determined that the object in question was not adhesive tape, but sandpaper. Both Warner and Smith received 1-year suspensions from international and domestic cricket. Bancroft received a similar suspension for 9 months. Smith and Warner lost their IPL contracts for the upcoming season, while Somerset cancelled Bancroft's county deal. While the scandal prompted much soul-searching amongst the cricket fraternity, there were some aspects that were largely overlooked. If the TV commentators had not asked the cameraman to look out for ball tampering, would the cameras have caught Bancroft in the act? It is highly unlikely. The incriminating footage of Bancroft was a zoom shot taken from the mid-wicket camera between overs. Broadcasters do not usually follow the ball between overs, nor do they zoom in on the cricket ball, on the rare occasions that they do so. And it also raises questions around the role of the broadcaster. Would the host broadcaster have gone to the same lengths to scrutinise the activities of the South African players? It is perhaps telling that no player, apart from Michael Atherton, has ever been filmed trying to tamper the ball during their home series.